YouTube. How are you this morning? I'm not too bad. It's a nice day for me. It's cool and windy. It's cloudy. It is a bit humid, but it's nice. Let's see. It is, I don't know, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, and I am in Carrollton, Texas at Weyerhaeuser Distribution Center. I should say the Weyerhaeuser Distribution Center in Carrollton. Yesterday, after we talked, I took off and I got to, let me think. Yeah, I got to Greenwood, to the Flying J, parked the truck, bought fuel, parked the truck, went inside, took a quick shower, then hopped back in the truck and took off. Got to the TA in Terrell about, I want to say it was about 6:15, and found me a nice lonely spot in the back, and then my evening just got. I went to bed early, about 9 o'clock, just cause there was nothing to do. I watched the news, and then I just kind of decided to go to bed. Well, I had parked in a spot where there was no one around me, and I guess about 9:45, someone parked right next to me. The lot is the lot wasn't even half full, and someone parked right next to me with a reefer on high run, continuous. I was pissed. I got out the window and looked at him, and he looked at me and waved. And I opened the window and said, "Man, you mind moving down some? You know, this place is full. You know, why park back here next to me with that thing?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't feel like moving." So I ended up moving my truck to another spot. About 2 hours later, someone else did the same damn thing. But he wasn't running a reefer, he was idling his truck, and it was one of those ones that runs at high idle like ours with the fan turning on every 60 seconds. So I'm moving again. And then the lot was starting to get full by that time. I finally got back to sleep about 11:15, and then it happened again. Someone pulled up right next to me with a continuous running -20 reefer. Just not good. Finally ended up moving around, and I pulled around, drove around the lot till I found a flatbed and a dry van parked next to each other with a space between them, and it was up front. Yeah, I could pull through it, so I pulled up through it, rolled the windows down. Neither one of them were idling. But one of them had an electric EPU, and the other guy wasn't idling. He had a regular APU, and I couldn't hear it. So I parked the truck, rolled back to sleep, and went back to bed. Man, it's just ridiculous. If you drive a refrigerated trailer, that's cool. I mean, I did it for years. Matter of fact, I pulled more refrigerated than anything else. But to have some common courtesy, park somewhere where your unit's not going to bother people. You know, especially in a lot that's completely empty. Don't park next to somebody, you know, unless you have to. Jeez. And at least at night, turn it off continuous. It doesn't need to be continuous. That just wastes fuel. Courtesy. Well, I got up this morning at 5:45 and took off at 6. My appointment wasn't until 8, so I knew I'd be here early. I am glad I did leave early, because I ended up spending an hour and 15 minutes in traffic on 635 behind an accident that closed the freeway, and I couldn't get off. I got here, ended up getting here at 3 minutes to 8, and I'd never been here before, so I pulled up to try to pull in, and there's a closed gate with a little sign on it. You can barely read it. It's really weathered, telling you to call. So I called on the telephone, telling them I was here. They said, "Okay, we'll be out in a minute." So I parked out on the street, waited, and then the guy came out, opened the gate, and I pulled in behind him. And then a flurry of people tried to get in behind me, I guess because they didn't read the sign. They were giving me dirty looks. Oh well, do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, because they receive here by appointment only, starting at 6 a.m. Pulled in here, he got me a spot, and he's now taking it off very slowly. And I'm just waiting for that to get done. I do have another load, single shot for the day. I'm driving down to GAF in Ennis, and I'm going to pick up a load of shingles, and I'm going to take those to the Home Depot store in Plano. I think by the time I get all that done, it'll probably be around 4:30 or 5 o'clock, and I'll be able to go home after that. I'm kind of glad I got the load. I was afraid they were going to just send me home this morning. With that, that brings my revenue up for the week, kind of salvages it some. So that gives me a gross take home of about $1,300 for the week, which is better than it was. So this week, next week on Friday, I won't get the minimum pay. I'll actually make more than it. Really, really happy about that now. So, I guess that will be it for the weekend, I think. Yeah, pretty much. So, I guess we will talk on Monday. And until then, keep shining side up, 73s. Be safe.